tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your district.
I'm Sondra Erickson, and I represent District 16A, which is East Central Minnesota. I live near Princeton, but the district consists of not only Princeton, but Malacca, Foley, Onamia, Isle, Waukon, Bach, Foreston, and there are places in between. And Lake Mille Lacs is the jewel of a lake that I'm blessed to have in District 16A.
And Representative Erickson, this is your second time going through the election process and being elected your representative again. What led you to run again?
The people asked me to run again. I lost by 87 votes in 2008, and I just heard from so many folks that that shouldn't have happened, and would I please consider running again? And so after prayer and lots of thought, I decided, well, I guess I can do this again. So I did.
And what motivates you to do so?
As a public school teacher, I know how important it is to serve. And so serving a larger population is very important to me too. I think I've been called in that way. I wanted to be a missionary when I was growing up, and I became a public school teacher and did that for over 30 years. And so when the call came to serve the public in an elected office, I thought, what a great challenge for me. And let's see what the Lord has in store for me this time.
If you could offer up the first bill of the session, what would it be?
Well, it has to be a bill that turns our economy around, and so I think something dealing with business taxes, to reduce business taxes for small business so that they can expand, and to encourage our entrepreneurs and our innovators to take the risk to create a new business, because we need jobs. A society that has jobs, when people are working, we're happy people, we're productive people, and that's what I want for my district, but I want it for the state and the nation as well.
When the end of session finally rolls around in May, what will determine whether or not you have been a successful legislator?
I think if policies have been passed by the legislature that will help create jobs, that we have not increased taxes in this bad economy. I don't believe it's good to take more money out of people's pockets, so I'll be happy about that. And if we have brought fairness to education funding, as a retired high school English teacher, I'm very concerned that our school funding is fair, that it's equitable, and I think that there are some things that I hope to accomplish in that respect. And then, of course, I want government to stay out of people's lives as much as possible.
If you could sit down and have a conversation with anyone, living or deceased, who would it be and what would you talk about?
I'd like to visit with Margaret Thatcher. She has been an idol of mine for many years. She was a fine, fine leader of Great Britain, and I think as the Prime Minister that she did so many good things for the people of her country at a time as well as it was in the United States of recession. And she turned around the economy in Great Britain. It's not as good as it was, of course, when she served, but she was determined. She stuck to her principles. Of course, like me, she was a conservative, worked closely with Ronald Reagan, who's one of my heroes. And so I'd love to have a conversation with Margaret Thatcher.
I've reached the end of my questions. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about or anything you'd like to add?
I want to thank the voters of District 16A for returning me to the legislature, and I hope that I can serve you well. I want you to stay in touch with me. My email and my phone are all public knowledge, so please call me whenever needed or email me.
Thank you very much for sitting and talking with us.
Thank you.